Alright, what is up guys? It's Ryan. I'm back with another coaster review, and today we're going to be reviewing Vortex at Kings Island, the Aerodynamics Custom Looper. And I've done this coaster not as much as Diamondback, but still a really high, very good amount of times. And it is honestly my favorite Aero Looper, but we're not going to compare it with Tennessee Tornado because that is not the purpose of this video. The sole purpose of this video is to review Vortex. Starting out, I'm just going to go straight with the drop this time because last time I kind of forgot to start with the drop on Diamondback. And honestly, if Diamondback isn't my favorite drop in the park, I think Vortex is, especially in the back seat. It's not that rough, and it's not really even that steep, but it's just got that swoopy feeling, and it's just a really fun drop. It's not like intense or anything. It's just super fun. If you just recently ate, you can in Drop Tower when you kind of feel your guts raise a little bit, that's kind of the feeling I get in Vortex most of the time. So after that drop, you go up this hill into a, dare I say, boring left-hand turn, and it doesn't really get intense until you hit those two straight vertical loops. And I gotta be honest, those are some pretty forceful loops, especially in the backseat. I highly recommend doing this thing in the backseat. I know legend has it that aero loopers are rough, but this really isn't too bad of a coaster. It's not as smooth as Tennessee Tornado for comparison if you've done both. However, it's not rough by any standards. You just kind of have to brace yourself. You go through those two fairly intense vertical loops, and then you go up this turn, and if you're a dude, brace yourself. If you know, you know. It is not a very comfortable transition for, you know, so brace yourself. That turn can be painful at times. I found it to be not as painful recently because I think they boosted the trims there in recent years. However, it's always nice to be on the safe side. So then, after you go through that very unnecessarily, I guess you would say, narrow turn, you're about to go into these corkscrews, and honestly, the corkscrews are really fun. I don't think they're quite as intense as the vertical loops, but it's still very fun. However, brace yourselves, because if you've rode this coaster, you know what's about to happen. There is this senseless snap right before you go into the corkscrews, and it yanks you, and it does not feel good. Even when you brace yourself, it doesn't feel good. So that part kind of hurts. After that, you go through the corkscrews. It's super fun. Then you go straight into a bat wing. Smile for that camera. And then you go into a helix, and then you hit the brake run. So overall, it's actually a pretty long aerodynamics looper. It's got the 6 inversions. I've done it so many times I can literally memorize the layout and describe it just watching it in my head. It's a super great ride. It's not the smoothest, but I do find it a little more intense than Tennessee Tornado. But like I said, we're not going to review that or compare that too much. That might be a video for a separate time. Let me know what you guys think of Vortex. I think it's a pretty good coaster. Final score out of 100, I would say it's probably a 71. It has been getting a little less forceful recently. Still a super fun ride. I think it's top 6 in the park. I hope to get many more good rides on it. So with that being said, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. Definitely comment below your thoughts on Vortex or other aero loopers. Stay tuned for more here at Christian Coasters.